You're live.
Hey guys, this is Ashley again. So sorry we got disconnected. We're having technical difficulties. This is Casey Copeland. We're here at Exodus.Life and we are going to do a walkthrough today. We want to show you what exactly they have, what services they have to offer. We want to let the entire community know what's going on and what they've got coming up soon. Casey, take it away.
So I'm Casey Copeland, a certified peer recovery peer supervisor for Exodus. I also work as a peer recovery support specialist here. First of all, I'd just like to let everybody know where we're located. Of course, 3700 West 65th Street. If you're coming from the highway, we are just before the light at Scott Hamilton on the right, just past Penske. So we're pretty easy to find. Let's go take a look inside. Now come on in. Okay, so we'll start off with the tour. I'll let you kind of get over here. You know, originally Exodus was designed to host two classes from the CAC RPF unit here in Little Rock. So this used to be where they would come in and come through here and get their coffee. But we'll start over here and go through our offices. So as you can see in here, there's several offices through here. We have an office in Pine Bluff as well, but we also have our Pine Bluff peers. They have an office here as well. Come here, let me introduce you. This is Chuck McKendrick. He's the Academy Director for the CAC unit, Little Rock. Hello.
Hi, Chuck.
How you doing today, Chuck?
So what is the CAC Academy?
It's the prison academy that we go there, and it's a Christian-based program for mandatory 12-step based. Really just inspiring the guys that there is hope and a way of changing. They don't have to go back to prison. Giving them basically the tools that they need to be successful and get out.
That's awesome. Thank you, Chuck. We're going to talk more with Chuck in a little bit.
So basically, a lot of the things I want to show you guys about Exodus is, you know, post-COVID stuff. You know, prior to COVID, we did things a little different, but now we've gone, we're extremely geared toward peer services. So come on, let me show you around. We'll stop here. This is the director, chairman, Paul Stevens' office. Of course, he's not here right now. He's out for some medical issues, but just want to show you all his office and hope that you will keep him in your prayers. Here is our newest addition, which is our recording studio. Let's have you take a peek at that. We'll get into that here in a minute. All right. More offices down both sides, all down through here.
So whose offices are these? Who are we passing, Casey?
This is my boss and the executive director of Exodus, Myra Wolfhall.
Hi, so we're going to talk more with Myra here shortly. And who's this?
This is our HR person. This is Kim Sharp.
Hi, Kim.
HR doesn't really sum her up. She does a lot of things, but just to keep things simple, we'll call her the HR
She
person.
fills in the blank.
She fills in the blanks.
That's right.
Does a great job at it. Okay. So right here is our interns office. These are our Exodus interns. You guys are here, what, 3 days a week typically?
3 days a week, 16 hours to 18 hours a week.
This is,
Not more, yeah.
these are our smart people, as I call them. Okay. Down through here,
Make sure we speak loud. Somebody said we aren't being. Can you guys hear us okay? Just want to make sure. We'll make sure we speak up, okay? Awesome.
it's the first time I usually get told to tone it down. Okay, so this is, like I said, but back when we used to host CAC here prior to COVID, this was one of the classrooms. You know, we would have 12 people in here. We had several volunteers that come in to facilitate different groups. had the computers and stuff set up, but we're kind of in the process of revamping the 2 classrooms. So this is one of them. And this would be our other one. Of course, you can see the writing on the walls and stuff. We have people coming here and write inspiring things on the wall for our students. Okay. Come on down this way. Again, we're in the process of revamping some things, but this is our conference room. Again, prior to COVID, we would, on Fridays, we would get the students in here in one big group, and we'd have speakers come over and share some experience, strength, and hope here.
And so that's the plan at some point again, right?
That's what we would like. Now, we're back in CAC right now, but they're not bringing the students over here. We're actually going into the unit right now.
Right.
That's what Chuck that we introduced you to earlier, that's his primary job.
And I absolutely love this little, what would you call it, an atrium maybe? This
Yeah.
little outdoor space. It's gorgeous. I love plants.
Okay, so now we're gonna make our way back around to the beginning here.
So Casey, do you guys have peer specialists that work here?
We have 6 peer specialists that work here.
6. That is amazing. I think I saw one when we came through a second ago.
You did, that would be Marguerite. I'm gonna introduce you to her.
Awesome.
So get back to my office. Just to tell you a little bit about what I do under my grant. It was originally designed for overdoses in the emergency rooms. Again, COVID, they're wrenching the efforts there, so we redirected our efforts. And so what we did was we went out to all the places, we kind of brainstormed and said, okay, well, where will people go if they need help? And the first place that we come up with would be a church. So we went out to several churches. We did a presentation on what peer services are, what it would look like for us to, help with our efforts. And so we got memorandums of understanding signed through several churches where whenever they had somebody, somebody in their congregation that had a kid that was in addiction or whatever, they didn't know what to do. The preacher didn't have the lived experience we have, so they can send them to us, and we can help them, and the services are free. So we got memorandums of understanding. I think we got around 20 right now. Anything from churches to treatment centers. We got a lot of treatment centers, counseling services, just several areas. It's just something for their agency to make them stronger in what they do. We also take community referrals and self-referrals. So if you're struggling, you know somebody that's struggling, I just showed you the address. They can come up here and see us. We'll be happy to help any way we can.
So that means that it doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's been in prison or in jail, that it can be anybody. If you're struggling, you need somebody to talk to. If you're another peer and you need to get someone in to get some services, we can contact you guys, right?
Absolutely. You can contact me directly. I'll be happy to help. We have several women that are peer specialists here as well as men, so we've got the capacity to take on as many people as we need to. Other than me working with the community and working with the MOUs, I also am a peer supervisor up here, and I have 5 other peers in this office. Everybody in this office is certified except for our most recent hire, and he's on his way to get certified. We also have some certified peers working on their advanced credential right now. So a lot going on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go down here and introduce you to another one of our peers.
Awesome. So the room that we're going in right now is their media room. And y'all, this is a dream come true. It is amazing. Go ahead, Casey.
Come on in.
So hi, family. Hello. So we've got our Exodus family in here.
All right, so the next peer I want to introduce y'all to is Marguerite. This is our Jefferson County peer, and I'll let her explain what she does.
Hi, my name is Marguerite Taggart. I am a peer recovery specialist in Jefferson County. I work inside the Jefferson County Jail. I provide services such as conquering codependency, searching for significance, basic life skills needs that you need to actually get out of jail and stay out of jail. We also provide services when you're out of jail as to assisting you with getting a job, assisting you with getting housing, assisting you with resume writing, just the whole 9 yards from A to Z, whatever you need to stay out of jail. We work with you one-on-one, walk beside you, and let you know that we are there for you.
That's amazing. So, now you work in the community a lot, don't you, Marguerite?
I do.
And so one of the reasons that we're here today is we wanted to talk about something that you have up and coming that you're super involved in, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so you guys are very involved. You have another campus in Jefferson County.
That is correct.
In Pine Bluff, right? Okay, and so you guys are trying to get the community involved in Pine Bluff.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys have coming up.
We have an event coming up. We're introducing Exodus to the city of Pine Bluff. It's going to be in Pine Bluff on October the 30th from 12 to 4 p.m. It's going to be at 408 West 2nd. It's like right across the street from the prosecuting attorney's office. I think the name of the building is Red Letters, but it's not on the building, but it's right there on West 2nd, right across from the prosecuting attorney's office. It is what we're doing. We're introducing us to the city, letting the city of Pine Bluff know that we are there. We're a recovery program that so we can get the word out. Let them know that there's assistance that we provide. Everything we do is free. So we want y'all to come out, join us, and see what we got going on. We look forward to seeing you there as well.
That's right. And so I think it's important, especially for our peer community, to know that this is a great time to set aside for networking. And not only that, but it's a great time to show force and show what the peer community is about, how we do network together, and let's show Pine Bluff the services that we all offer across the state, how we work together, how we commingle, how we make sure that it's one team, one fight, no matter what, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
So this young lady right here, I met whenever we were at AR Save the Students on Monday. This is Miss Jessica, right?
Correct.
And what do you do here, Jessica?
I'm a master's level intern here at Exodus.Life. I accompany Miss Marguerite at the jails in Jefferson County, and she pretty much told you what all she does, and I just accompany her.
That's awesome. Now this next young lady is the media.
I'm the creative producer here at Exodus.Life, so anything involved with the media department, that's me. And I'm going to have to go ahead and say, if you're interested in being a media intern, I would love to hear from you, so please call me. Anything related to social media, the number to call, 501-644-0767. My name is Amanda, again, at Exodus.Life. If anyone's interested in interning, I would absolutely love to hear from you. So we're getting ready to launch like a podcast. We're going to end up transferring our academy to video. That's another huge project coming up. So lots of wonderful things happen in the media department.
So what does that mean whenever you say you're going to transfer your academy to media or to recordings?
Well, because of COVID, when the students weren't allowed to come here on campus, that kind of halted everything. And so what we want to offer the students the classes online. So even though we're in Jefferson County now in the jails, that's great and it's face to face, but we're going to be able to reach a lot more people by doing and offering online classes.
Online classes. That's awesome. That's really exciting. And so tell us about the podcast that you have coming up.
Well, the podcast is The Recovery Road with Pastor Paul, and basically it's going to be geared around families in crisis. And so basically just families coming together. It'll be Paul and then different guests at different times. And we'll just be basically just talking about, what's available for families when they're going through crisis and how to help their loved ones, and so that's basically the first series. It'll be like a 7 series for families in crisis.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
It's exciting.
And who do we have next?
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Edwards. I'm the other Jessica. I am an intern here at Exodus.Life, and let me just say I love my internship experience. I've had the chance to meet some very good people, and I've also had the chance to work with some good people, not only with, my co-workers or whatever, but I've had a chance to work with different people in the community. The exposure has been awesome. I've had the opportunity to go to the Juvenile Detention Center in Pine Bluff and work with Miss Marguerite for the peer recovery counseling. And then I've had a chance to do the Adult Detention Center in Pine Bluff as well. So that has been great. I am a master's level intern. I graduate in December with my master's in addiction studies. So this has been great.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And I can tell that you really have passion about what you do. And that really means a lot, you know. And I know this next young lady, she is amazing. This is Miss Myra Woolfolk. Your name is Woolfolk. Okay, so do you just want to tell everybody what it is that you do? You have so much wonderful stuff, and you can tie everything everybody says together with a neat little bow.
Let's see if we can try. So, I'm currently the executive director here at Exodus, and my primary responsibility is to make sure that all these programs that everybody's explaining to you all today flow. So we have numerous outlets of where we offer peer recovery support services. We are offering them inside the correctional facilities. We're offering them in the community. We're working with other community providers and treatment programs, whether that's residential or outpatient. We offer peer services to kind of line up with what else the other services the person is receiving. And we're, like they said, because we have so much support from, you know, grant funding and our amazing sponsors and donors, you know, we are able to do this for free. And so everyone that's on this staff here is able to have an opportunity to service our state because we're so, you know, we're supported and need to continue to be supported. So that's one of the reasons that we're having the event October 30th in Jefferson County. We're trying to make sure that, like Pulaski County, Jefferson County knows that there's this very effective resource available to people involved, whether it's with the criminal justice system or if there's a substance use or mental health issue that's causing some kind of struggle for an individual. We have the tools and the people to help folks get back on track. And so I've been here for almost 3 years. However, I've been with Exodus in some form or fashion for almost 6 or 7 years. So since its initial existence. And I'm just excited to have the opportunity. One of my friends called me a unicorn because I'm a clinical person in the peer environment. But I'm very supportive of the work that everybody here is doing because I believe in it. And so Exodus is just, we call it a one-stop shop. We're trying to make sure that everything that an individual needs to become balanced again is offered by us in some form or fashion. And so that's kind of our mission.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And so next we have Casey Copeland, and he kind of broke down everything that he does. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Casey?
You know, there's no possible way in just a short period of time I can encompass everything that we do. And I know I'll watch this video later and go back and say, I wish I would have said that. So I'm going to try and just sum this up. We have multiple years of recovery here. We got multiple years of lived experience. Myra's explained that these efforts are free. I wish something like this would have been around when I was in addiction, because it would take a long time for us to go in here and actually explain how many resources we have. We're always looking to expand our network so we can provide as many options to people, you know, for what's available out there. So we have the capacity to do a lot of things. And one thing I didn't mention earlier, and one of the things that I find in recovery to be the most effective, is our students that have gone through the CAC or coming out of Jefferson County, the ability to get them while they're in there and then continue the services outside of there. I think that from what I've seen in my experience, that is the most effective way to provide peer support. Because we're not just teaching them things while they're in class, we're helping them when they get outside, when it really matters, because there's something about whenever you get free, you need someone to stir that fire underneath you still. And we're able to do that in so many different capacities all over Central Arkansas. So you know where we're at. We're available. We're open 5 days a week. We would love to work with you. If you're needing help, this is the place to come.
So one more question I have real quickly while we're over here by Myra and Casey. If someone is getting into peer specialist, if they're actually starting to work as a peer specialist, do you guys allow people to come here and basically donate their time and their efforts? Is that something that you guys are open to?
Yes, absolutely. If you've gone through the peer training, you know that you're going to have 500 hours of either work experience or volunteer hours. And this would be a great place for you to come in here, be around a lot of peer specialists that you can learn from that's been doing this for a while. We can let you, co-teach or co-facilitate some groups with us, get you experience with that, get you comfortable. I know for most people, when you go through this, when you've been beat down with the stigma of addiction and stuff, you just don't have a lot of confidence. And that's the thing that we like to bring out in people around here, is that you have just a tremendous amount of value. And this is a place that you can come and learn and grow and face these fears and challenges that keep you in your comfort zone. So yes, if you're a peer in training, we would love to have you come up here, visit with us, kind of see what direction you're wanting to go and how we can help with that, for sure.
That's awesome. Thank
One of the
you.
things I'll say, Ashley, even before the peer track was finalized, we have several peers that are not here today during this meeting, which is Michelle Harris, Dale Gray, and Renard White, and they're all out working. But Casey and Renard were initially volunteers long before the peer process came into existence. And so when the peer process was actually developed and created, they were the front runners because of their work over here at Exodus. It had them prepared for exactly what they're doing now. And the peer movement it gave a name and a title and a paycheck to what they were volunteering to do.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And what a great way to make a living, because again, when you've been incarcerated like me and you've been in addiction for a long time, you're really wondering what can I do with my life, and to be able to provide purpose for my past, there's no better way. And for me, it's a great way to serve God. So this is definitely, coming into being able to volunteer at a 12-week faith-based reentry program. I actually filled out my application right out there where we came in to become a peer specialist, to go through the training. So yeah.
This is a full circle for you, isn't it?
It is a full circle. And just one more thing, we've got the Jefferson County peers. Reynard, that's not here. He actually is. I guess we call him kind of a forensic peer. He goes out on overdoses. He also helps Marguerite in the jail. Michelle and Dale, they work with the juveniles. Luana's not here. She helps me do. Yeah, we have a ton of peers. We do a lot of good things. And the thing about it is Myra, even with her clinical background, she allows us to work in the capacity of the peer specialists. So it's great.
That's awesome. And it's, I know, from being in the field, it's super important to have someone who's clinical, who understands exactly where we're coming from and knows exactly how it all works. There's nothing more frustrating than not having that, having someone bear down on you that doesn't understand. I think you guys have an amazing thing going on here. So let's go back over here and introduce our next young lady.
I am Shannon. I am an intern here at Exodus, and I'm a counselor in training. I originally was supposed to do my internship at the Center for Youth and Family Services, but because of some wreckage from my past and my background, I wasn't accepted, and so I was kind of worried and shuffling around trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I reached out to my instructor, and he said, I think I have a place for you. And so Myra sent me an email and said, hey, give me a call. And so I did, and they opened their arms to me, and I didn't feel discriminated against anymore, because I'm working towards a goal, and Exodus is helping me get to that goal. And I am working with Shadow and Casey and Michelle, and just doing whatever they need to do here at Exodus.
So, did I hear that right? You also have lived experience?
Yes.
Absolutely. And you're a CIT, counselor in training?
Yes.
That is phenomenal. So that's just one more person added to all of these people who truly understands where we've been, where we want to go. And that's an amazing thing. That explains a lot of your passion, right? That's awesome. And who do we have next?
My name is Abigail Hoisington. I'm an intern in the social work program at UALR. Similar to Shannon, it was kind of a challenge to find an internship that wanted to accept me due to some of the situations that I've been in. But Exodus.Life just accepted me with open arms, and they recognized my potential as a future social worker and just took me in. So since I've been here, I've been kind of doing everything, doing some of the behind the scenes work, editing and revising documents, helping brainstorm for the podcast. I've been to the peer conference, to detention centers, just kind of everything, so I can learn more about how multifaceted this area of work can be.
Okay, can I just say that she was the one that was the most nervous. I'm talking about all those big syllable words, perfect. Oh, girl. Now I understand what Miss Myra was talking about. So this is definitely a family in here, guys. They understand each other very well, because whenever I was sitting out here talking to everyone about how this was going to go, she was like, you guys didn't tell me. And so she appeared to be very nervous, but man, she hit it on point, didn't she? That's amazing. Thank you, Abigail. That's wonderful. And so who do we have next? This is our fill in the blank, right?
That's right. My title is executive assistant, but I call myself the helper here at Exodus. I'm Kim Sharp Clifton. I just kind of have a little hand in everything. I am our HR. I'm our bookkeeper. I do a lot of the administrative tasks as far as managing the grants we do have and the academies. Just try to make sure everything's done and flows smoothly and correctly. I do not have an addiction background, but I did spend 12 years of my life, as I saw it at the time, wasting time in prison, and I didn't like that, and I didn't want that to be the end of my story. So I worked real hard to, while I was in prison, develop kind of a plan to be able to help other people to not waste time of their life like I felt like I had wasted part of mine. I knew of Exodus while I was still incarcerated, and I tried very, very hard to get a job here, and it finally worked out, and we found the right role for me. Because I love being a part of people who have made mistakes but want to turn those mistakes to good. Because as I look at it, there is no wasted time or true mistakes in God's plan. So it's wonderful to be in an organization where we can use our mistakes to try to help others.
Absolutely. That's awesome, you know. So I call that lived experience as well, you know. And part of being a peer in the state of Arkansas now is not just being master level in active addiction. It's actually being someone who, you know, is re-entering society for all reasons, you know. And so it's important to understand that you may not have an addiction background, but you still may be needing help just to get your feet under you, to get your mind straight, to get back on track. And so it's wonderful to hear that there's someone who has that experience as well, you know, because not everyone can connect with the fact that they have some kind of substance use disorder or substance misuse in their past. So it's important to understand that you guys have someone that is in all facets, not just that, you know, and so that's great. And then we're back here to Chuck. Chuck, is there anything that you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I was going to say that how I became with what Exodus has done for me personally. I had a 40-year addiction. I've spent about 12 years in prison, been in and out. And in 2016, I signed up for a class called Exodus. And I wasn't really sure what it was, but I knew I was desperate. And a handful of volunteer people came in. They loved me. They carried me. So they could teach me how to love myself. And when I got out of prison in 2017, I rode to Little Rock to be next. I'm not even from here. To be with Exodus. And now that's what I try to do now is return hope and love and trust with the guys at the ACC prison, so they don't have to continue to do revolving doors well. Just just have a lot of compassion. Most of our classes are volunteer, people from church. It's just really an awesome program. It's saved many lives.
That's awesome. Thank you, Chuck. The amount of lived experience that we have in this room and the passion that we have in this room, this is truly a family, and it's great to be a part of this. So we had someone slip in behind me here real quietly, and I certainly don't want to forget you. No, absolutely not. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us what you do for Exodus.
Hi everybody, I'm Luana. I am one of the peer specialists here. I am in recovery just as well. 20 years sober. I'm 20 years sober. I work with the peers. You put me on the spot. But here at Exodus, I found my way through understanding many pathways of recovery. When I first got here, it was only 12 steps for me. Then I understood there were other different pathways. So now I am learning how to deal with peers and myself in a totally different way of recovery. So I've learned a lot here. I enjoy it. I love working here. The family is good. It's a family atmosphere. I don't mind coming to work. I just mind being with family.
So something that she touched on, which is just, it couldn't be more perfect to close the circle, is multiple pathways. And that's something that we haven't really touched on while we were here. But I know that multiple pathways are accepted here because we have our peers here. Myra, do you or Casey want to talk about multiple pathways? Kind of where you guys touch on each different one so that if someone doesn't necessarily choose to do one, they can choose another one?
So, as far as our multiple pathways, one of the things that's most unique about Exodus is we're a faith-based organization, and we're a Christian faith-based organization. However, we are a Brothers Keeper organization. So you don't have to prescribe to Christianity or even have a clear understanding of your faith to come here to participate and receive services. If you're in need, we're here. And we try to share that with everyone. We don't push getting saved or baptized. We don't even go that route. We just say, hey, this is a path that has really redefined all our lives, and this is the lens which we educate. And then as far as the other multiple pathways, everybody around this room came to their recovery and sobriety from a different path. We have NA, CA, AA, just faith, CR, anything that works. And so we pull it all together. And so we don't hold judgment if someone is trying to walk a path and they haven't decided which one of these is going to work for them. If they create it and it's working for them, hey, we're going to empower them to keep it up. And that's the best way, we truly adhere to the multiple pathways, because we don't always know what's going to be the best outlet. We're working, trying to make sure we have connections with individuals to offer medicated assisted treatment to some of our, participants. We just, whatever individuals need, we're making it available.
Yeah. And just to quarterback on what she's saying, again, as peer specialists, what we're going to do is offer you every option. But let me back up real quick. I'm sorry. Luana, I love how everybody is being so timid. These are some of the best peers in the state of Arkansas. These are some of the hardest working people I've ever been around.
Well, we work for the supervisor of the year.
Well, and if there was a director of the year, we would be working for the director of the year. But the multiple pathways, it definitely is not like just because you come here, you don't have to be saved or anything. That is absolutely right. We're going to offer you as many options, as possible. And there are several pathways to recovery. So when you come in here, there's no prerequisites. You don't have to come in here with anything. You just got to come in here and we got to sit down and we got to decide what's going to be best for you. And we're going to offer as many options for you. And if one doesn't work, we're going to have a backup plan in place. And so definitely there's more pathways out there than you can imagine. And I didn't realize that until I became a peer specialist, but we know all of them up here, and we can introduce them all to you and find the one that works best for you for sure.
And we don't have a time frame on our services. We don't have a time frame.
That's right.
So, and you don't have an initial, you gotta come here under these circumstances. It's all voluntary. And, with Casey and LaWanna being like our longest term peers that we have, they have people that have been with them since day one. We have some people we have had the same contact with for over 2 years. And they stay in contact, and they stay engaged, and they stay sober.
That's
And
awesome.
So that's it.
Yeah, there's several ways that we can provide services. You know, one of the things that Exodus does that I think is unique to us is we have the ability to offer rides. So if you're having trouble getting here, we can come get you. We can help get you a bus pass so you can get mobile. There's so many things we can help with, not just with recovery, but when you're trying to come out of prison and re-enter society, the challenges that you face with that all ties into recovery for us. And that's something that we are really good at bridging the gap on. So again, if these are challenges you're facing out there, you definitely need to give us a call, let us assist you along the way.
That is absolutely amazing. So we're going to wrap it up here in just a second. But I wanted to kind of touch base one more time, and we'll take it back over here to Myra and to my beautiful lady right here, Marguerite. And we're going to talk about one more time while we're really here today, other than just to get the word out about Exodus. Exodus is an amazing thing that they have going on right here. I felt welcome from the moment that I stepped in the door. And they have a need for everyone on every spectrum. They have a need for more services for people to come in with lived experience who are wanting to help and volunteer. They have a need for media interns. They have a need for people who just want to find a new way of life. So if you're struggling out there, or if you're a peer in the state, and you need some networking services, they can help you. If you've got a question about something and you need some direction, I promise you, they got you here. So I want to go back to Marguerite and Myra one more time, and let's talk about Community Day in Jefferson County one more time.
Okay, so Community Day is we're reaching out to the community, letting them know about our services, getting the word out, letting them know that we are here. One of the other things that I forgot to mention about Exodus is not only do we work with the peers, we work with the family as well. If we need to assist the family in getting education, because a lot of times you find people that might be on drugs or having issues, and the family don't understand what's going on. We work with the family, try to help them get educated, try to give them resources where they can go and understand more of what's going on, because once they understand, then it works better for everybody. As far as the resource day, again, it's going to be October the 30th from 12 to 4, and Pine Bluff 408 West 2nd, across from the prosecuting attorney's office. And it, like I said, the actual name of the building is Red Door, but
Red Letters.
Red Letter. Well, she just told me that. Red Letter, but it's not on there. But it is like really close to the courthouse, so you'll probably more than likely see a lot of people there and everything. We're going to be we're going to have speakers. We're going to be sharing what the services that we offer. We're going to actually have some people that we're associated with in the community that is going through our program. Because we're just getting there, so they're still going through our program. We're going to have them there as well. Want to be able to network and educate and have some. Lord, we've invited so many people. I don't know who's going to be there, but they sure can't say they didn't know. But anyway, we look forward to seeing you there. I hope that everybody can make it, and y'all just come
She's
out.
excited, y'all bouncing.
I really am excited. Because I'm like Casey, I wish this program had been available when I got sober. I've been sober 25 years. I don't even really know what was available back then. I just knew I wanted a whole different way of life. Since I got sober, oh man, I have had several jobs, but this is the only job that I've had that I love to do. I look forward to coming to work. Sometimes I can be outspoken, but they love me anyway. But I just have so much. passion for being able to let people know that we do recover, that we are somebody special. Just because you're in this situation, this don't have to be the end of your life. And it's a privilege for me, it's a joy for me that they allow me to be able to carry this message. So that's just where I am. So thank you.
All right, Myra, I want to let you go ahead and take us out. If you have something that you want to say to our audience, if you want to invite them to Pine Bluff, if you want to just, shout out to the people who really are looking for a helping hand today.
Well, I want to take these last few minutes to just say hello to Paul Stevens, and we're keeping you encouraged, and look at what we're doing. We are working, so we're waiting for you. But I also want to say for the event on October 30th, our primary goal for that event is to get like our city leaders, our state leaders, and the community in Jefferson County all at the same place at the same time to know and see what their role can be in this fight that we have going on. We need extra hands. We need funding. We can always use money. If people are passionate about recovery and want to see us continue to try to make an impact on the state, please give. Kim has created us a Cash App, a Venmo. You can always mail in checks. You can call us. We'll come pick it up. Whatever you need us to do. But we have some big things in store for our community, and we just want everybody involved in it. If anybody needs anything or have any questions, you can reach any of us. Our primary telephone number, 501-353-0347. Our website is Exodus.Life. You can't mess it up. So we're here and available. Is there anything else I need to remember to say while we got this camera case?
I think you covered it all.
And I am just proud of everybody in this room because it's the hope and the passion that keeps us going.
Yeah,
That's it. Every day, and we are a family. We're all smiling and grinning, but we fight and we get back up and we keep on going because we are all trying to head in the same direction. So
that's right.
That's what we want to show.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I just want to say one more thing before we leave. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in today. I know we haven't been airing as often, but I am making it my goal to get back with it because this has been a phenomenal treat for me and for everybody here. It's just been great. I want to say one last thing. If you guys will please come on October 30th, let's show some peer force. We've got it in this state. Let's show Pine Bluff what we have to offer. Let's be there to show support for Exodus.Life. And this lady right here, she loves the camera, by the way. She's loving it. Guys, I just want to say one more time, thank you so much for tuning in today. We will see you very, very soon. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.